Animancer, Swagter J. We're gonna get you high on the reject and Underhaven. Bring you shows to blow your mind. We're under the influence. We're under the influence. What it do, yo? The dope show. No, this is the Jay sits here and answers your inane questions, the show. Alright? Don't get this confused with the dope show, alright? The dope show is when me, Animancer, and Swegta are all together, you know, doing the news or whatever. You know, like the content where I actually use you guys as an actual like as actual content. That's like the bitch content, you know. That's like the low energy, shitty content that I do when like, you know, I've got nothing better to do. Seamen. Yeah, dude. This is the content I don't put any effort into. Yeah. This is the chat show, yo. This, I guess though, like this is the show where you are all stars now, in the chat show. Okay, you're all stars. I'm not the star. I'm just I'm the humble servant of the chat. You know. That's not true. I'm more like the god of the chat. That, you know, you all come here to ask me fucking questions, and I answer them, or whatever you want. You don't have to ask me questions, but I mean, I would prefer questions to, like, you know, the old, classics, like, duh, Jay, you gay. You fucking gay, Jay. Yeah, Jay's gay. He's gay. Yeah, dude. God damn, dude, I'm running low on cigarettes. I gotta get me some more fucking cigarettes soon, yeah. Cigarette fire. Cigarette fucking fire. It's the best kind of fire, yo. So how's everyone doing tonight in Chatland? How's the chat? You guys seem quiet. Maybe you guys don't fucking understand the concept of this goddamn show, okay? The show exists for the chat to, you know, basically ask me all of the fucking things that you've been dying to know about me since forever, or not about me, or just anything, dude. I have infinite wisdom and infinite knowledge that I could share with you, dude. I was listening to the Reject Show song. Yeah, dude, I wish I could actually have a proper intro play for fucking mobile streams. Maybe I could. Could I? I wonder if I could. There's probably a way to get it done. What? So has Sanders lost? I not yet. You know, it's not over yet. Not by any means. Do you have any pimples on your back right now? Do I have pimples on my back? No, not on my back. We're all stars now. On the rejects, we're all stars now. But yeah, dude, there probably is a way, honestly, to like, because there is a way to like capture the screen on the mobile app so I could, like, do a gaming stream from my phone. Theoretically. I've never tried it. I've never once tried it, dude. I don't know why I've never tried it. Maybe just because I assume it'll fail and I don't want to waste a fucking stream, like, trying to get it to work. Progressive Voice is saying it's over for Bernie now. Okay, well, the Progressive I've never gone to the Progressive Voice for my information. Not once. The most I've ever gone to him for is, like, I've never gone to him for anything, honestly, but the most I've ever, like, gotten out of his fucking channel is, like, a chuckle or whatever, if he has, like, a decent take here or there. But honestly, I don't take the Progressive Voice as a fucking authority on anything. I take him as what he is. A half-decent Kyle Kalinske wannabe. Who's got some entertaining takes from time to time. Interestingly enough, whenever he's not trying to impersonate Kyle Kalinske, that's when he seems to be the most interesting, that dude. So maybe, I don't know, maybe he should quit trying to impersonate Kyle Kalinske and just be his little edgelord self, but what do I know? What do I know? Lol, so true, just Kyle. I mean, no, because he says shit and does shit that Kyle would never do, because Kyle is trying to be somewhat respectable on this platform. At least, not that the shit that Progressive Voice says is, like, unacceptable or anything, just he kind of has takes sometimes that you know, I mean definitely the media doesn't like Kyle's takes either, but Kyle is a little more diplomatic, you know. Kyle's more diplomatic with than the Progressive Voice. He's kind of edgy, yeah. I mean, I'm not dissing the edge, yo. I've definitely got the edge thing going on over here on my own channel, but in fact, no, I like the edge, and I want him to embrace the edge. Embrace that edge, Progressive Voice. You can do it. Just, it's over for Bernie. Whatever. It might be over for Bernie. It's not looking good for him, but I'm not saying it's over. We don't know what could happen. I'm not going to say it's over until it's literally over, okay? That's my stance. Until it is literally over, and we can say with 100% certainty that the fight is lost, I'm not going there, dude. Because you know what? Right before I went live, Animancer sent me a tweet. Apparently Bernie Sanders is now saying that, yeah, we need to be giving every family member, every household in America should be receiving $2,000 a month as long as we're in this crisis. And I was like, damn, yo, is Bernie jumping on that UBI train? Because you know what? Hey, if Bernie, I know he's just using this. I know he's just saying this for the particular current crisis. That's why we need this. But you know, hey, if Bernie takes that argument to its next logical conclusion, that you know what, hey, there's any number of things that could happen. There's any number of crises that could happen in an individual's life that we don't even fucking know about and can't plan for. And we're in a fucking country, the supposed wealthiest country on the planet, where most people are living paycheck to paycheck and can't afford to take some fucking sick leave or any leave. So maybe we should be having a UBI system where everyone has the bare minimum, and You know, everyone's got that $1,000 a month or however much to support themselves, you know, keep a roof over their head, and you know, we can all work aside from that to of course people will still work, because no one wants just the bare minimum. Okay, nobody wants just the bare minimum. I mean, maybe some people do, but I'm sick and tired of that fucking argument that, oh, well, if you have a UBI, no one will work. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's fundamentally fucking bullshit. The whole like that just spits in the face of capitalism, because that shows a fundamental misunderstanding of why capitalism works so well as it does in its current form. And when I say works, I mean works for the people that profit from it, not works for society as a whole. But that's exactly no, like, right. So no, my point is that people want things. People want what's new. People want people want to be happy. People want good living conditions. People want to you know, feel like they have the things in life that they want and need to make them happy. And as long as there is an incentive for people to work, like having the newest fucking phone, or the newest fucking car, or the newest game system, or what the fuck ever, you know, as long as that exists as a fucking incentive, yes, people will fucking work. And you know what? We need to realize that that doesn't mean that oh, well, then there's no point, because there's clearly a fucking point to the UBI. There's people that can't work. There's people who have trouble doing certain jobs. And by the way, this coronavirus crisis is making people realize another thing, is that working from home, honestly, like, working from home is something that should be a thing in the first place. And I don't know why there's so many fucking jobs these days that where you have to fucking go into a job, when it makes sense having jobs that can be done from home, you know, so that, hey, maybe someone's disabled, they can't leave their house, they can have a fucking, you know, job from home, and it can actually be easy for them to apply for that job and not just have to get lucky. Or, you know, maybe someone gets sick, you know, they want to be able to, instead of, oh, I have to quit my job for the foreseeable future, they want to be able to just, well, I'm going to work from home until I get better. We need a lot more jobs and a lot more infrastructure for these jobs, so that people are able to work from home when need be, so that, you know, all this stuff is in place. This stuff should already be in place. And it's interesting, because I see companies now rushing to, okay, in case this crisis gets really bad, in case it's going to get to that point, in case it gets bad, you know, we need to make sure that people can work from home. So, you know, right now, Chess's job is trying to figure out, you know, what fucking employees have the necessary accommodations in their home to work from home. And she might end up working from home soon, as will a lot of people. But if this shit was set up in the first place, it would have been seamless. We wouldn't have to worry about, oh, is this person able to work from home? Does this person have what they need at home? Do we have enough fucking computers to fucking send people? Do we have, you know, it should just be there already. But that's the thing. There's a lot of shit we learn in a crisis. Hey, maybe a lot of people will start seeing the need for universal health care and realize this isn't a fucking joke. Which, by the way, is the reason, one of the biggest reasons that I don't think it's over for Bernie Sanders. I think if he uses his Medicare for All message, and hits that harder on people's heads, yeah, people might fucking listen. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I mean, people aren't smart. We still live in America. Um, but you know, like maybe more and more people. I know more people at this point are gonna sit down and take a look at shit and be like, damn, honestly, yeah, this system is kind of fucked. The system doesn't really work too well, and yeah, we do need um, yeah, social democracy. That's exactly what we need. Um, people might get hired. What? People might get hired on as a grocery retail associate. I don't know what that's in. I don't know what that's in response to. Not so much a bare minimum, but a sufficient minimum. Yeah. That's exactly. We need a sufficient minimum. Like, you know what? Everyone has exactly what they need to survive. Everyone has enough to put a fucking roof over their head and to not starve. Okay? And if you need more beyond that, and everyone has fucking healthcare that's covered. Beyond that, yeah, you want the newest game station, you want the newest car, you want a new fucking phone, you want whatever. Yeah, you got to go work for it. Maybe under a UBI system. I don't know. Maybe we give people a little bit more than they need a month. Maybe, maybe enough that if they spend their money right and they fucking, save up or whatever, they can save they can save up and buy the newest fucking video game every 6 months or so, or every year or so, whatever, dude. Like let people have a living standard that's sufficient so that they can fucking live a meaningfully productive, a marginally meaningful life, so they can be fucking somewhat content. That's all we're fucking asking for in this fucking country. And you know what? People will work. People will say, you know what? I don't want just enough. Or maybe if I play my cards right and don't waste any money, maybe I can, No, fuck, dude. Fuck that, dude. I want I want all the newest shit. So I'm going to go get a job and I'm going to work and I'm going to. Yeah, dude. I want Animal Crossing too, dude. I want Animal Crossing, but I know I'm not going to be able to afford it. But whatever, dude. Video games aren't everything. And if fucking 12-year-old me heard me saying that, he'd say it was blasphemy. But hell no, Doom Eternal, hashtag Doom Gang. Nah, dude, I disagree. Look, Doom looks cool and all, and I like Doom 2016, fine, but dude, it's just another shooter. I mean, how many fucking shooters come out every fucking year? Like, I'm sorry, at least Animal Crossing is something different, and something that we don't get force-fed to us all year round in 50 million different ways. I get that Doom is a kind of unique shooter, and it's definitely more fast-paced and fun than a lot of shooters that are out there. But at the end of the day, it's still just a shooter. You know what other game I've been kind of wanting lately, which I also can't afford, is the new Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Because look, at first glance, the art style really made me cringe, and it still makes me cringe on some level, but it still looks like a really fun game. And I do like Link's Awakening. That's So I don't know, whatever. See, I can kind of remove myself from a game's visual style, because that was my original criticism of it, was that it looks goofy for a Zelda game. It looks goofy for what it is. It doesn't fit. It feels weird. But the more I look at it, the more I see it being played, I'm like, you know what? That actually looks kind of fun. It looks kind of fun. So, I don't know. I might pick that up eventually once I've got some disposable income. Eventually. Doom Gang. What brand do you smoke? I smoke American Spirits. Good old American Spirits. Finest brand of tobacco in the fucking country. Real American cigarettes, okay? I was mostly being ironic, but I do prefer Doom as the new game. I guess Call of Duty has ruined the reputation of the shooter genre. It has for me, anyway. I won't speak for other people. I know there's some people that still really enjoy the genre and can sit there and point out the subtle nuances between various shooting series and what they all have to offer and whatever. And I'm sure they all do. But at the end of the day, I'm not too interested in them. I haven't been for a very long time. Yeah. I'm way more interested in a game that just gives me more shit to do rather than just, I'm going to shoot people. I'm going to shoot people and mostly get myself shot, because I suck at those games as well, so... Yeah, dude. It usually just consists of me getting my ass handed to me. But yeah, dude. It's dope. Dope shit. Your own personal Mises. What up, Mises? What it do? Rip and tear. I don't know what that's in reference to, but yeah, dude. Rip and tear. Oh, damn. There's not enough inane questions. I need to be answering inane questions. I guess Randy and Ed had a pretty inane question. What brand what brand do I smoke? Doom reference. I'm not like a huge Doom fan. I've played enough of it. I have what is it? I have Doom 3 BFG edition, which has Doom 1 and 2. And I like Doom 1 and 2. I've not gotten too far in either of them. I like Doom 2016. I've gotten a bit farther in that, but I probably haven't even halfway beat it. It's fun, but it doesn't grab me. And that's the thing, yo. I haven't played a game in a long time that's grabbed me. And that's what I'm desperately searching for these days. I want a game that's just going to pull me in and get me really invested. Breath of the Wild has done that for me to a lesser extent, but I enjoy it, but I don't feel myself like super addicted to it, you know? I mean, I've been playing it lately quite a lot, but I don't feel like when I'm not playing it that like, oh, I gotta be playing this, you know? I miss playing this game. It's so fun. That I miss that feeling. I used to get that feeling from certain games, and I just don't anymore. And it makes me sad. Favorite color? Purple. Purple and maybe some red too. Purple and red. I like a mixture of purple and red. I even have a purple fucking cane, yo. I'm playing it right now. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm kind of tempted to go for the, if I could, whatever. I'm intrigued by the DLC. I'll say that. I'm intrigued by it. What was your favorite future from the latest episode? Oh, the latest DFF episode? Probably the one where, see, I envision kind of an amalgamation of the futures that Paul described in that episode, which if you guys haven't seen it, it's a great episode. I actually just watched it today, and you're lucky because I actually don't always keep up. I don't always have a chance to keep up with the latest DFF episodes, but I actually have seen that today. And I don't know. I like the idea of a futuristic AI run society, but also where we do have that virtual reality that we can fucking plug ourselves into. Because I think honestly that'll be the best way to sustain a future like that anyway. Would be with an AI taking control of us. So probably, yeah, because you know what? Here's how I view it. And I know some people view it as like, oh, everyone's going to want to spend their entire existence plugged into the machine. Not necessarily. Personally, I mean, I'd spend some time in it, but I'd be more interested in uploading myself to the fucking VR machine once I'm like old and decrepit and ready to die, you know? I want to live my life while I can on this planet, you know? I want to, there's still reasons to live and love and, you know, have a life here on Earth, but that doesn't mean, that doesn't mean that a VR world wouldn't have its value, especially if you could upload yourself to that as you're going to die, or even before you die, or whatever. You just be like, you know what, I'm tired of living, or I'm ready to just upload myself, you know, done with this life. And maybe some people might be done with this life already. They're like, you know what, yeah, fuck it, I want to be uploaded already. Fuck me, I'm fucking 23 and I don't fucking have a job or a girlfriend, so I'm just gonna upload myself to the machine. I mean, hey, if people want to do it, let them do it. Sounds cool, yo. And hey, if it's a way to cheat death, I'm for it 110%, yo. I also like the idea of a transhumanist future. But yeah, it probably is gonna be an amalgamation of a lot of those things. But it's a long, hard road out of hell. It is, yo. It really is. You could probably slow down time perception so it's almost like you're immortal. Yeah, probably. You could probably make it seem like you're living like 1,000 lifetimes in the span of like 10 seconds, you know, while your consciousness is fading and your body is slowly dying. Like, yeah, you could probably, I wouldn't be surprised if they create like some kind of technology where it's like, yep, you want to instead of dying, feel like, oh, you're just going on to the next life, you know? It can be like that. Would incels do it? Lol. Probably. Probably you'd see a lot of incels that adopt that sort of lifestyle. Where it's like, yep, I'm just plugged into the machine 24/7. I mean, hey, why not? If people want to do that, if that's what makes them happy, because you know what? Hey, it's better than incels sitting there being unhappy about, oh, the fucking, everyone's fucked me, and you know, I can't, I mean, no one's fucked me, that's the problem, you know, I can't get fucked, but the world's fucked me, and life sucks, and everything is garbage, and fuck everyone, you know, so I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna shoot up a school, you know? That's the current fucking answer for incels. Hey, I'd rather have incels plugging themselves into a virtual reality device 24/7 than shooting up a fucking school. Or, killing some bitch who refused to go on a second date with them after a single fucking Tinder date went badly. Hey, at least they're not harming anyone in their fucking virtual reality fantasy where the world is just full of naked women that just want to fuck them at every turn or whatever, dude. Who knows what fucking fantasy world these people would want to live in? Let them. Who cares? Who cares? At that point, it harms literally no one, and except themselves. That's the thing. I think freedom should be allowed. People should be allowed to do whatever they want. If they harm themselves, who cares? They're only harming themselves. You're not allowed to put someone else in the machine and say, no, you're forced to live in this reality now because I say so. But if someone wanted to do that themselves, let them. Sounds like heaven. I mean, hey, maybe it is for some people. You know what? Yeah, I want to live in this fantasy world where every other human is a female, and they all walk around naked and go about their daily life completely naked. And if I want to fuck one of them, I can just be like, "Hey, baby, you want to fuck?" And they're like, "Oh, yes, of course." And they just strip you naked right there on the street. Other women fucking join in, like, ooh, can I join in? Damn, oh look, looks like there's a sex party going on, and just everyone in town fucking jumps on the sex pile, and you just got fucking hundreds of women, throwing themselves at you all at once. You're coming so much you can't come anymore. You've come inside on so many fucking women. It's fucking insane. And you're like, oh my god, I need a break from this. Okay, time to go to my other reality. Now I'm gonna go to a reality where I'm God, and everyone fucking just bends to my will, and you know what? If I want to have the president of the United States give an address in his underpants with a fucking clown hat and a red nose on, and while getting fucked by a polar bear, I'm gonna fucking have that, dude. I'm gonna have whatever the fuck I want for my entertainment, Damn, dude, where do I sign up? I don't know, dude. I guess you gotta wait. I guess you gotta wait and hope you survive long enough for that technology to exist. Cause, hey, it's a pretty interesting fucking reality, dude. AI Dungeon kind of lets you do that. I don't know what AI Dungeon is, but that sounds interesting. Doesn't sound like it's VR, though. Or that I'd actually feel it. I want a game where I can actually fuck a polar bear. Okay, that's my dream, dude. That's dude. You guys see that one Black Mirror episode with the fucking the fighting game, the virtual reality fighting game where you go in and you can do whatever you want, and people use it to fuck each other basically. And the dude's I fucked the damn polar bear. I fucked the polar bear, bitch. I fucked the polar bear. Dope shit. I was Donald Trump and raped a kid in front of a cheering crowd. Damn, dude. Yeah, you can do that. You wanna be Donald Trump and rape a kid in front of a cheering crowd? Yeah, go do that. It's whatever. It's a fucking... I mean, hey, there might be some rules about raping children in AIs. I don't know whether I... in virtual... I don't know whether I agree with that or not. I mean, on a purely freedom level, like, it kind of makes sense that anything goes. It makes sense to just say anything goes inside the fucking fake reality. But I wouldn't be surprised if laws get passed to, like, oh, you're not allowed to depict this, or you're not allowed to simulate that. Which honestly is a shame, because this seems like the perfect fucking solution for pedophiles. You know? There's people out there who, I mean, let's be honest. They have a sickness, but at the end of the day, they can't help what they're attracted to. Let's put them in a virtual world where they can, you know, do whatever they want. They're not hurting anyone. And, you know. Now, some people might argue that that's a bad way to handle it. That's like feeding into their, you know, fucked up desires. There's arguments for it. There's arguments against it. I won't claim to know, you know, one way or the other, but I will say, yeah, dude, why even rape a real kid if you have convincing fake ones? Exactly. And hey, if it saves a child from having their life ruined, then I see it as a net positive. I really do. If it stops someone from harming another person and from ruining their own life, because they have some desire, which, hey, maybe it was fucking ingrained into them because they were raped as a child, or maybe, like, they just have some sickness or whatever. But whether or not you want to argue it's the correct way to handle that sickness or whatever you want to call it, it's still better than the alternative, right? Isn't it? I would say so. Hey, create a fucking virtual world with no consequences. That would probably help a lot of people, dude. That would help people who have, like, the compulsive need to fucking, you know, kill. You know, in fact, there's evidence that actually helps, that video games in general just help people to be less violent. You know, people who otherwise would go out and shoot up a fucking mall or some shit. You know, instead they just play some Call of Duty or whatever, and they, you know, or Grand Theft Auto or whatever, and they get that out of their system, you know? And furthermore, a lot of people have made the argument, and it's kind of like the purge argument, you know, where it's like, oh, well, we need to get these things out of our system in order to, you know, live a productive life. You know, we have these demons and this fucking darkness, or whatever you want to call it, these twisted fucking desires, and we need to act them out in order to live a healthy lifestyle. Now, I think there's some flaws with that argument, definitely. However, I can see the argument that, yeah, giving people an alternative way to act out those fucking desires in a way that doesn't harm another person, yeah, that can be beneficial, and I do think, I think it should be allowed, and anyone who tries to stop it, or make it illegal has a fundamental misunderstanding of just how beneficial this could be. You know? Do you believe in the death penalty? No, I don't. I don't believe in the death penalty. I believe that most people can be redeemed in some way, and furthermore, I believe that, even if someone can't be redeemed, you know, the fucking system should be set up with rehabilitation first. Okay, first and foremost should be rehabilitation. Now, are there some criminals that are so beyond rehabilitation that they can never be redeemed, they can never be, you know, made healthy or whatever? Sure. Should we kill those people? I would say not, unless we can be beyond a shadow of a doubt that they, in fact, one, have committed these crimes beyond a shadow of a doubt, two, committed them without remorse, and three, have no intention, still have no remorse, and have no intention of getting better in any way, and in fact intend to continue to offend, even if you could determine all of those things and say, yes, we have determined that this person is in fact an irredeemable piece of shit, and that there is no benefit to keeping them alive whatsoever. I still have issues with the idea of us saying, we're going to take another human's life as punishment. I feel like there's maybe there's better ways. Maybe you could argue there aren't. Maybe you could argue, hey, it's just more humane. Maybe it's just more humane to just kill the person. Some would argue that's letting them off scot-free, right? They don't have to live with the things that they've done. They don't have to live in prison or whatever, dealing with the consequences of their actions for the rest of their existence. There's just a lot of questions to it. And this is why I take the stance that the justice system should be focused on rehabilitation first, and then and retribution not even second, but last. Like, rehabilitation first, second is I guess first would be, maybe first and second in tandem with each other would be rehabilitation and protecting the general public from the threat that this person poses. You could argue which one should be first, but those should both be at the forefront of the justice system, protecting people and rehabilitating those who have committed crimes, neither of which, I'd argue, is at the forefront of the current justice system. The current justice system is based upon profit. That's for the most part what it is. It's about profit. It's about how much money can we make by putting people in cells. And it doesn't address the larger issue. Why are people committing these crimes in the first place? Are people mentally ill? Do people need... are people disadvantaged? What are the crimes that are being committed? There are some people that shouldn't be in prison. And I know that moves more away from the death penalty, but I'm sorry, the justice system is just way too imperfect. There's way too many people that have been accused of crimes they didn't commit. There's way too many people who've been convicted of crimes they didn't commit. There are people who have been killed by the death penalty who have later been proven innocent. So I would say that alone discredits the death penalty, but at the very least, it forces us to say, okay, if we're going to have a death penalty, then we need to have way more stringent standards for evidence when it comes to whether or not someone is guilty. We need to absolutely be 100% sure that someone is deserving of that sentence before just handing it out. And our current justice system just isn't capable of figuring that out. So under the current justice system, I say hell no. No. Fuck the death penalty. Fuck the death penalty. It's not, I don't trust the current fucking system to handle a death penalty. Do you? Do you trust the system? Think about it. Think about the people who have been falsely convicted. Think about how easily that could be you. Think about how easily someone could frame you for a crime you didn't commit. And you could be sentenced to death in certain places because someone, I don't know, hated you enough to frame you for this crime, and they had the money, time, and resources to actually make it look like this was you. I don't trust the system, lol. It's crazy. Exactly. I don't trust it either. That's why I don't want it to have the ability to end my life because it thinks I committed a crime. I don't want to give the system that power because I don't think it can be trusted with that power. So it's not like... It doesn't come down to whether or not you think people deserve to die, even. I think that's besides the question. Or whether or not you think it's even right to kill someone who deserves to die. I think at the end of the day, it comes down to, in the system that we're living in, the fucking justice system, and all the shit that it gets wrong on a daily fucking basis. No. Hell no. I think not only is a death penalty a bad idea, I think it's terrifying. I think it's a terrifying idea. And I know a lot of people don't want to fucking admit that because they think, because some people give the argument of, oh, well, hey, you don't commit crimes, you ain't got nothing to hide, you ain't got nothing to worry about. That's not true. It's not true. I'm sorry, we've seen time and time again that people will fucking lie when it suits them. And that the fucking system can be fucking tricked. People can and have and continue to game the system every fucking day. People in the system game the system every fucking day. People with zero connection to the system whatsoever manage to game the system on a regular basis. The system is flawed. It is not infallible, okay? So why would you give an infallible system, an infallible government, an infallible justice system, the ability... Why would you put your life in their hands? I mean, your life is already in their hands, let's be honest. But why would you put it... why would you add another way in which, you know, they can just fuck you? They can just say, nope. Hey, you know what? We think you committed this crime. We just think you committed this crime. And we have enough evidence to meet our burden of proof, our standard of proof in the fucking current justice system, in a court of law. And so now your life is going to be ended. Your life is subject to end because the system said so. And whether or not you committed that crime, your life is now over. I don't want to be in that system. I don't like it. And when you put it that way, like, I don't know how anyone can be for the fucking death penalty. I don't know, especially hardcore redneck Republicans. They're like, I don't trust the government. I don't want the government taking control of my health care. Oh, you don't want the government taking control of your health care, but it's fine when the government has the power to literally kill you. Literally kill you. It should never have the power to literally kill you. Okay? It just shouldn't. If someone is a horrible fucking criminal... Now, unless... Hey, maybe, I do think people should be allowed to opt out. If people want out, if people want to die, if people say, you know what, I want my life to end, that should be allowed too. I'd actually hear an argument for a possibility of, for certain prisoners being offered that, like, you know what, hey, you have life, you know, you have a life sentence, you're not getting out. If you actually want to end your life, you know, you have that autonomy, you know. I could see that as being a humane thing to do, rather than, but then again, there would have to be certain people exempt from that, of course. Right off the bat, people with Jeffrey Epstein status come to mind. You know, people who know things and are supposed to testify or whatever, or you know, because hey, if you argue against that otherwise, then you're basically saying that an existence in prison is the sentence, right? Your existence, spending the rest of your life in prison as and making and living a long life in prison is part of that, right? That's part of your punishment. You have to live a long life suffering in prison. That's well, if you're going to admit that, then why the fuck is the death penalty a thing? If the punishment of this system is you have to live in prison now, you have to spend time in prison, then how is killing someone as like how is that the ultimate punishment? That doesn't seem like a step up. That seems like a step down. That seems like the easy way out, right? That's the easy way out. You don't have to spend the rest of your life living in a fucking cell being miserable. I mean, sure, as long as you're alive, there's always the possibility of escape, the possibility of getting out somehow. But you could argue that false hope is what at the end of the day wears these people down, and is the most fucking horrible thing to endure, is having to live with that false hope of, hey, I'm gonna get out one day, but you never do. You never fucking do. I don't know, dude. Dude. I've had this Three Musketeers bar for like months. I found it in the bottom of my suitcase, which I was going through, which I also haven't gone through in months, or weeks, or whatever. I don't know how long. I was like, dude, I keep seeing that, I'm like, ooh, what a fucking candy bar, I should eat it. And I'm like, and I forget about it. And I see it again, and I'm like, ooh, fucking chocolate, I just fucking eat that. I never get around to eating it. I have Oreos, and soon I will eat. Dope, dude. Eat those Oreos. Now I want Oreos, goddammit. Someone get me some Oreos. If I put Oreos on my Amazon wish list, can someone send me some, please? Or, more importantly, send me a new controller for Stoned Rejects. Actually, I forgot to do that. I gotta put a controller on there. A decent PC controller. Someone recommend to me a good PC controller that's not too expensive. Because my first instinct is a 360 one, because that's what I have now. But it's not my favorite. I mean, it's good. I like 360 controllers. It's probably what I'll go to. I kind of want an Xbox One controller, but they're way too expensive. Jay, I was sold a candy bar that was 4 years out of date. Wondered why it was so hard and chewy when it was just a Snickers bar. Damn, dude. I like Snickers. Snickers are dope. I like almond Snickers, yeah. I have a whole pack in my work locker right next to the V8 juice energy drink. Damn, dude. Could have had a V8, yo. I ate half of the goddamn thing. Gross. Will you make a response video on Darké corruptions to the right-wing retards? To right-wing retards like Steven Crowder or Ben Shapiro? I might. That's not a bad idea. I could definitely do some of that. I actually do. I do plan to put some more stuff up there soon. This week I'm gonna do a Darké vision, and yeah, I might actually do some. I might look into some Steven Crowder or some Ben Shapiro, some other right wingers, and I'll respond to some videos on there, and we'll probably clip that up and put that stuff on Darké corruptions. That's probably what I'll do. To be honest, I just use a PDP PDP Xbox One controller. You mean a third party one? Saves a pain in the ass, and I got it for like $30 or a pre-owned. I don't know what PDP means. I don't know what you mean by that. PS5 reveal tomorrow. Really? Is that accurate? Is that legit? Is that actually legit, yo? Scheiße. PS5 reveal. If you're lying, Mises, I swear to God. Swear to God, Mises. I don't know what I'll do. I just don't know. Where's my... Oh. Yeah, third-party Xbox One controller works well with Windows 8.1. I might look into one of those. Cause yeah, I need a decent controller for the PC. I've been using I used to use PS4 controllers, but the problem with PS4 controllers is that either you need some kind of software to use them wirelessly, or you have to have them plugged in. And the problem with having them plugged in, like I have ruined, and I'm not doing it anymore, I've ruined 2 of my PS4 controllers, as well as like 50 different cables by trying to play them. But by holding the controller in my hand while it's plugged in, okay, like it's just way too easy to fuck up those cords or the port inside the actual controller. So I don't do that anymore. Fuck micro USBs in general. They're fucking garbage. I hate them. I have a 360 controller myself. Yeah, I'm either gonna go with a new 360 controller or an Xbox One controller, or a third-party Xbox One controller, or something. Because I need something that'll be reliable on the goddamn PC. I'm so sick of like... Oh, because when I use the software to do it wirelessly, for PS4 controllers, there's always some kind of issue, or like one of the buttons has like an incorrect input or some shit, or one of the inputs doesn't work. I don't know. It's fucking retarded. Wired control. Does this work on Windows? Because that looks pretty dope. Does it work on Windows? I mean, it doesn't say that it does, but it doesn't say that it doesn't either. Yes, compatible with Windows 10. Okay. See, okay, so... See, the Xbox One controller uses a micro USB as well, but it has like a fucking you actually have to like push it inside the controller, and it's more fucking, it's more sturdy. I will say the Xbox One controller does have that advantage, because the fucking PS4 controller, its charging port is absolute garbage, and it really pisses me off, because it's way too easy to just break, dude. What? I had a 360 controller till that stupid BT receiver broke. Rather than buying another one, I just got a wired third-party Xbox One controller. I always play with my Xbox 360 controllers with a cord for my PC, no input lag. Yeah. No, I'm not even saying that there's like input lag or anything with the PS4. It's just there's issues. But yeah, I've tried a bunch of different shit. I've tried connect. One of my favorite ways, actually, and although I can't do this anymore because my Joy-Cons are broken, but one of my favorite ways to play is because I actually really do like the Joy-Cons. And if my fucking right Joy-Con wasn't broken, I'd be using that a lot more. But the fuck, whatever. But yeah, because you can actually use a wireless Bluetooth receiver on your PC to actually connect to the Joy-Cons and use the Joy-Cons as a regular controller. And I've done that before. It works pretty well. The only annoying thing is syncing them every time, because you have to resync them to the PC each time, and it's a bit fucking finicky. And then you got like never mind the fact that I'm always resyncing them to my Switch. But even if I don't do that, every time you turn on the computer, you have to resync them, and it's just annoying. So I stopped doing that. I like the Switch Pro controller. I've never used a Switch Pro controller. I like my Wii U Pro controller though. That thing is really good. I use that for the Switch. Does the Switch Pro controller work on the PC? And does it have motion controls? Those are my two questions about the Switch Pro controller. Because I hate the fact that using my Xbox One controller... not my Xbox One, my Wii U controller, is that I can't use motion controls, which makes fucking shooting a lot more annoying in Breath of the Wild. Switch Pro controller is a way better feel than the Wii U one, in my opinion. Yeah, it has motion controls and everything in the Joy-Con. I probably will look into a Switch Pro controller eventually. Although they are pretty expensive as well. That's the bullshit, yo. Everything's so goddamn expensive. But right now, I just need a fucking controller that works on my fucking PC. And honestly, I might just go with a fucking Xbox 360 one. Because, wait. Huh? dude. Huh. They got third-party ones that are like $16. It's not terrible. Anyway, I wish you could use the GameCube adapter for the Switch for other games besides Smash. I really want to play Breath of the Wild with my GameCube controller. Can't you? I I remember. I thought you could. I thought the only reason you can't really is because it doesn't have enough buttons. I think technically you can. Um, I'm listening to Disassociative. Dude, Manson's dope. It is a great song. Man, Mechanical Animals is like Manson's second best album. Mechanical Animals is a dope album. I don't know if it's. I mean, I would say my favorite is Antichrist Superstar. My second favorite is Hollywood, and yeah, Mechanical Animals is probably my third favorite. They are all great. Um, I love his first album, Portrait of an American Family. It is an interesting album, and there are some great tracks on it, but I don't think it holds a candle to Antichrist Superstar or Hollywood. Dope Hat is sick as fuck. It is, dude. No, it is. There is definitely some dope shit on Portrait of an American Family. Anti-people, now you've gone too far. Here's your Antichrist Superstar. Don't get me wrong, I really do like Portrait of an American Family. I think I like all of Manson's stuff, and I think it's really interesting the way he's evolved. Like if you take a look at Portrait of an American Family, I mean, it is what it says in the title. It's it mostly deals with American life. Growing up in America, he has like songs that allude to childhood things like dealing with a bully and wanting to be a rock star. Um, and he really he kind of like holds up a portrait to America while also kind of I think um um holding up a portrait to his own childhood and his own upbringing in some way. Whereas, and I mean the following album, which is kind of more of a evolution of that album because it's comprised with a lot of remixes. Smells Like Children, and I know not a lot of people like Smells Like Children. I think it definitely has a lot of value. I really like some of the remixes. I like the remix of Dope Hat, and I like all the remixes. I like both versions of any song that was remixed. I pretty easily like both versions of them. Um, yeah, dude. Um, get your gun. Yeah, dude. Get your gun. Get your gun. I love it, dude. It's so like angry and visceral. It's got like a it's a really dope track. But yeah, you see that though later, and this is when I see. I feel like Portrait of an American Family is kind of what Manson had to get out of the way at the beginning of his career, so he could focus on more interesting ideas, like the idea of you know, being an antichrist, or like that whole triptych is an amazing work of art. I feel like, from the Antichrist Superstar to Mechanical Animals, which is a lot more of a kind of a tribute to David Bowie in a lot of ways, to fucking Hollywood, which absolutely like tracks on Hollywood, like Narcissus Narcosis, Target Audience, I mean, they kind of like define Manson. I mean, it's hard to like what did you think when TJ said Manson's newest albums are better than the classics? I don't know that they're better than the classics. Because see, here's the thing. I do like them. I really do like them. I feel like the classic, like, those three albums that Manson refers to as his triptych, those are like that is Manson's magnum opus. That is his great work of art. And he's created some great works of art since then, don't get me wrong, but I feel like, I don't know, the story that those albums tell is far more impactful than a lot of shit. And I don't know if he's quite been able to recreate that since, or reach that level since. He does do a fantastic job. I do love I love The Pale Emperor. I love Heaven Upside Down. Those are great albums. Believe it or not, I actually, the more I fucking think about it, I feel like Born Villain is actually one of my less favorite albums. And even though that was actually my first Manson album, believe it or not, that I heard and listened to most of the songs from it. And I do like a lot of the songs from it, but that tends to be one of the weaker albums for me. But when it comes to The Pale Emperor, I do feel like The Pale Emperor was kind of him regaining some of what he used to be, and some of what always made him great, and still being able to evolve and move forward and not remain stagnant. And Heaven Upside Down is another further evolution of that. But I'm really interested to see where he goes next. Because, see, here's my problem with... Look, Heaven Upside Down and The Pale Emperor, they're good albums. They have some great tracks on them. But I don't feel like they do anything too insane. Okay? And they don't really have... Like... Antichrist Superstar has a feel to it. Mechanical Animals has a feel to it. Hollywood has a feel to it. I feel like, they have a theme and they have a fucking, a story that they tell. I feel like Manson is kind of, I don't know, maybe there is more of a story that I'm just not seeing, but I feel like he's just kind of, I don't know, because I don't dislike it. He makes some good, catchy songs. He makes some really... there's some good, deep lyrics still. There's some good... But I feel like now it's just... When Manson puts out an album, it's not, okay, I'm putting out this thing that I have created... and this album stands as a fucking creation unto itself. I feel like he used to do that. He used to like create a whole piece because basically, here's my opinion on like Antichrist Superstar, for example. I feel like every single song in that album works. They all go together. They all tell a story. And I feel like the story would be incomplete if one of those songs was missing. Okay? I don't feel like Heaven Upside Down does that. I feel like Heaven Upside Down is simply a collection of some Manson songs, which, don't get me wrong, I don't dislike that. In fact, I love Manson, and I'll listen to a collection of his songs any day. But I think the time of Manson, creating some huge, some big overarching story with his album, or some kind of, I think that's done. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, he's clearly in a different era of his career, and I like the stuff that he's putting out, and I'm excited for the stuff that he's going to put out in the future, so. But I do tend to listen to his older stuff more. The one and only, and I mean only, good thing on Razorfist's channel is Metal Mythos. If only there was a Manson Metal Mythos. I have not watched Razorfist's channel. I don't dislike the dude, but I've never been compelled to go check out his content. I never got into Marilyn Manson. My first boyfriend was very deep into him. However, I don't hate his music. I mean, Manson's, I'll admit, Manson's kind of a niche thing. It's not for everybody. I mean, like, I know people who went through a Manson phase, and, they liked Manson for a little bit and they don't anymore. And I think you just kind of have to be in the right mindset for Manson. And yeah, no, it's not for everyone. 'Cause I was a hand grenade that never stopped exploding. Do you have a favorite Bowie song? Mine is probably Changes or Sound and Vision. I have a lot of favorite Bowie songs. But my top are probably the ones that come to mind right off the bat anyway. I mean, I adore Starman, as well as Life on Mars. What song? Under Pressure, which is, I believe, David Bowie and Queen, is a great song. I also really love Heroes. That's a good song. I have to be in the right mood for that song, though. We can be heroes just for one day. We can be heroes forever and ever. Space Oddity. Oh yeah, Space Oddity is a great song. I gotta look at my playlists. It's hard for me to, like, remember shit off the top of my head. But when I fucking pull out my playlist, oh yeah, dude. Space Oddity is a fucking brilliant song. Ziggy Stardust is another brilliant song that I really like. Yeah. There's a lot of great fucking David Bowie songs. Diamond Dogs. Let's Dance, dude. I actually do kind of like that song. Yeah, dude. There's probably also a lot of David Bowie songs that I don't know the name of that I enjoy. Because I honestly used to just put on David Bowie and just play whatever was on. I would just listen to a playlist of David Bowie on repeat, on shuffle. David Bowie's dope. I hurt myself today. Yeah, dude, Hurt is a dope song. Dude, I've always wanted Manson to do a cover of Hurt. I think that would be fucking awesome, dude. I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. OMG, that would be so metal. It would, dude. Manson needs to cover Hurt. I don't know why he hasn't. And well, I think a lot. Maybe it's because honestly, a lot of people view the Johnny Cash version as like, because okay, like even Nine Inch Nails was like, yeah, dude, Johnny Cash's version is the definitive version now. Um, and Johnny Cash's version is beautiful too. Um, so I think a lot of artists probably try to steer away from recovering that song, but honestly, I'd love to hear a Manson cover. Whoa, camera just freaked out a little, but we're back. I didn't. That's weird. I didn't see anything. Uh, you know Johnny Cash's version is a cover of a Resonance song. Yeah, I know that. It's yeah. But like I said, even Resno was like, yeah, no, Johnny Cash's version is the definitive version. Like 5 seconds of static. That's weird. Manson covered God'll put you down. Yeah, dude, God'll cut you down. Sooner or later, God'll cut you down. Sooner or later, God'll cut you down. Yeah, dude, that was a really good cover that Manson put out. I really like that. We're under the influence. We're under the influence. You can run on for a long time. Me? You mean me with my talking? I run on for a long time. I talk a lot. That's what this goddamn shit is, yo. Or are you doing? Or are you quoting the lyrics? I don't know. Did you hear Ozzy's new song with Elton John? It's pretty good. No, I haven't. No, it's lyrics. Yeah, I figured that out late. um, Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Speaking of music, yo, I'm gonna be doing a music show soon. Um, I was thinking of doing it this week. I'm probably gonna save it for next week. Um, it'll be live in the Underhaven Discord. There'll be a channel called Darké Radio where I'm gonna stream it live where you guys can listen. I'm gonna be listening to some music and discussing it, and basically, yeah, you can listen to it there live, and then after that, it'll be a recording that people can download an MP3. Um, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be coming probably next week. Probably gonna do that next week, and I was also thinking of doing a movie night this week in the Underhaven Discord. So trying to come up with a good movie that people would enjoy. If anyone has any ideas, you can let me know. But don't take that to mean that I'm gonna absolutely go with what you suggest. Okay. But I would like to have a list of some movies to go on a movie night, because I'd like to start doing movie nights again, especially since this quarantine shit's going on. A lot of more people are staying at home, and I have been wanting to bring back movie nights for a while. So yeah, that'll be fun. That'll probably be a Friday night in the Discord. Don't know what time yet. Gonna figure that out. But I'll let you guys know when there's more info on that. You guys should watch Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting. No. I've already decided I want to watch something good, not something cringy. Well, okay, it might be something cringy. If it's something cringy, I already have something lined up. There's actually something that Chesk wants me and Animancer to watch and respond to, and I promise you, dude, you will see us cringe if we do that one. I don't know if that one will be this time or if we'll do it another time, but Yeah, dude, Chess wants to make us watch the new Pokemon remake on Netflix, dude. The new not live act, the new animated, new CGI Pokemon remake. But like I said, I think for the first movie night, I'd rather do something good, and not cringy. Although I will say, if we do something cringy, you'll at least see us like, uh, get triggered by it a lot and cringe, and that'll probably add some entertainment value, us ranting and shit. Dude, that movie sucks. It's just gonna be you guys saying it's a shitty remake. Probably. I don't know. That's why we might do it. We might not. It's definitely not gonna be the first one. I want the first one to be a good movie. In my movie class, we had to watch Amelia. It sucked worse than Frozen. Damn. Are you gonna watch a new Doctor Who episode? No. No. In fact, me and Chess already watched the first 2 episodes, made a video on it, and still haven't finished editing it because we hate it so much. So, yeah, no. Fuck Doctor Who, it's dead. Doctor Who is dead. Died after season 10. Anyway, I'm gonna piece the fuck out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys. Make sure to tune in tomorrow to the Underhaven channel for Stoned Rejects. We got some updates to the Stoned Rejects channel. It's gonna or the show. It's gonna look pretty fucking cool. So make sure to tune in tomorrow and subscribe and all that good shit. We'll see you next time. Peace out. Piss off. Suck my dick. Or don't. It's up to you.